Alright, welcome back everyone, Zaf here to a very juicy Solar Virus video. As you can see here, we're almost at the level 100 mark, so in this video, as a lot of new players are coming in, I do want to do a level up guide, an EXP guide showing you all the sources and also the most efficient routes to take. There are lots of EXP sources in here that you might not have realized if you don't pay attention, so let me cover all of them with you. That way you know exactly what to do to level up fast, or else you're losing out on a bunch of stats which you obviously don't want happening. And speaking of don't want happening, make sure you support us on that Marvel Sweet Supporter program. The link is down below. It's vital you support a creator, that way you get codes sent to you. So the link is there, join us, and after a while, go to your My Page section, that way you can get the free codes I send to you. Now, as you can see, we're almost at the level 100 mark, so let's achieve it in this video. That way, you can see what it's like to finally reach that very nice milestone. Very juicy. One thing I do is on the pay-to-win side, I do always buy gate keys, but it's not something I recommend everyone does. But it does net us a lot of EXP. Watch this. As you can see here, we have a lot of gates to pick from, but which gates give you the most EXP? Very important to note. As you can see here, when it comes to A and S rank gates, you can see here, they provide different EXP, so if you do want to min-max your EXP, you can get a very marginal amount more. It does add up over time, but the additional EXP isn't going to be too crazy for you to manually do any gates if you have to. If you have the pass here, you can obviously sweep, which does make your life much easier, so that option is up to you. Pay-to-win players do level up faster because the pass overall does give us a lot of benefits, which is one of the main sources of EXP we have, and I'll cover the pass so you understand what bonuses it provides, and honestly, it is a substantial difference. The EXP segment of the game, it's totally free to play, but still, you do get those bonuses, and we're almost there to the 100 mark, so we're grinding this out. If you're new, when it comes to gates, honestly speaking, as long as you do B gates and over, you're fine. The differences are too crazy because you have to remember, the rewards you get here between S, A, and B rank gates are basically the same, but the main difference comes from this when it comes to your mining, dispatching your mining here. If we go all the way to the right, you can see we have B rank and S rank gates, so let me show you the difference. This is a B rank gate, these are rewards you get. So no essence stones here, just these crystals, the low tier mana crystals, but if we go to an S rank gate, you can see we do get essence stones, but the quantity isn't too crazy. If I show you with a high mining level, giving us a nice bonus, if I go to, let's say, let's just claim one of these, I'm pretty sure all of them will be claimed, but you can see from these gates, we don't get too many essence stones. We just get a lot of gold and miscellaneous rewards, but again, remember, the passes do help, of course, but let's go back. Let's hit that juicy level 100 mark, almost there. It's been a long time coming. This does give you a nice boost to your stats overall. When you do level up jinwoo and your hunters, boom again, more EXP. Do you see this GIF icon right here? That's the bonus from the past, very important to note. It isn't a crazy bonus, but it surely does add up over time. And the same thing when it comes to our activity bonus. And I'll show you that of course in a second, but let's clear all these gates out. Almost there. I do always spam the B rank gates, just so much easier to do. Again, if you want to optimize, go for those S or A rank gates, up to you, but in my case, yeah, I'm not too concerned about the marginal EXP bonus. This is the route to take, and oh, do you see that? Let me fast forward to when we're getting to the last gate that we can see, the 100 mark. And also I should note with you here, when it comes to gates, every single color does net us different rewards, so gold gates primarily do give us gold, but they do provide all these other rewards here when it comes to shadow material and marks of time. Of course, artifacts aren't really generated here, so ignore that. Let's sweep. You can see we get an absolute ton of gold, 73,000, but when it comes to our red gates, these do give us varying rewards depending on if it's a jinwoo or hunter mode. In this case, it is a hunter mode, so we're getting all these hunter materials. Very important, you do the correct gates based on what you need. In this case, as we sweep, you can see a lot of hunter rewards, but when it comes to rescanning, honestly speaking, it's worth it. Don't wait out the timer, just rescan. 500 gold is nothing. The gold amount is literally just not impactful to the game, so don't worry too much. And here we have a dungeon break gate. These just give us general rewards, and also the precision designs here. You can see designs. This is what it mainly provides, and also a melding cube too, depending on what you need, of course. This could be the gate to go for. Again, just note, all the rewards are shown here. That way you don't miss out. So again, S rank gate for the blue version. These are rewards it provides. So marks of time, artifact enhancements, and also weapon enhancements. So if you need them, you can go ahead and do these gates. Easy, sweep, and boom, you can see we get some weapon EXP, artifact chips, a pretty decent way of getting them. Again, up to you. You are provided a limited amount of sweep points, so make sure if you're too late to do your gates, manage them accordingly. You can level up your hunters that way. They do have enough power, or put on some artifact sets so they meet that threshold. There we go. So we have one here. If I go to sweep, you can see as long as they meet this total power requirement up top, you can use any of those hunters to sweep, or as long as they have the sufficient points, obviously. In this case, you can see we use up 24 points, so make sure you do keep note of that if you don't want to manually do your gates. But when it comes to gates, they have a nerf, so you should be good in that regard. Don't worry too much. But here we go. We're about to hit the level 100 mark. Let's sweep this gate. Boom. And here we go. A juicy milestone for my account. A new difficulty change. And boom. Level 100 achieved. Oh, baby. That's what you want to see. What a nice milestone. The max level for Jinwoo. So let's go ahead and cover the other EXP sources. Very important. Honestly, your main EXP comes from, if you didn't notice, the story mode. Yes, that's right. Especially the hard mode story mode. This gives us so much EXP, and I mean a ton. I think it's around like 2, 3, 4 times more than the normal mode. The EXP amounts are just absurd. So make sure you go in here and clear any piece of content you can to give you the most EXP possible. Reverse mode does not give you any XP, so make sure you know that. Obviously, it does provide some rewards. I've been pretty lazy with my story mode, but you can see gold and a lot of shadow material, which you do not want to sleep on. In my case, I am sleeping on it, not claiming the rewards here either, but don't worry, I'll do it. Do as I say, not as I do, of course. So story mode is another major source of EXP. When it comes to Encore and Instance Dungeons, these provide no EXP. Battlefield Trials, Private Destruction, Guild Boss, Battlefield Chaos. I don't think this actually provides any EXP too. Let me just double check. It's been a minute. Yeah, no EXP. So those are your main EXP sources, but we do have one other area here. If we go to activity funds here, you can see we get a lot of EXP, especially if you have the paid one pass, which is around like $8 to $10, depending on your currency. So if you have it every single day, you do get a 6-hour EXP bonus. The special funds, very OP, and also when you claim, you can see we get bonus EXP as well, which honestly does make a fairly substantial difference. So if you're pay to win, this pass is a must in the beginning to get those levels coming in. As you can see, they advertise everything the pass does provide. Additional sweeps, more EXP and gold, more multiplay, and also more EXP when it comes to gates. So do take note of that. It does make a pretty big impact when it comes to gaining levels. But I should also mention that I should be touching some grass, but when it comes to activity funds, you can see there is a level up system. So right now we're rank 48. Our tier is at level 3,300. We're getting a very marginal EXP and gold difference, but this isn't something you should be pushing for. In the beginning, it's fine. You do get some nice bonuses, getting your levels up, but later on, getting more and more levels in doesn't net as much of a difference as you think. And also, the gold cost, so at around the 2,000 mark, the gold cost for the gain you get when it comes to EXP and gold is just not to that threshold we really want it to be. Let me just show you how much it costs to level up our hunters later on. So let me just pick like an SR hunter here. Let's go to Kang. If we go to level up, going from level 95 all the way to 100 does cost a lot of gold. 426k. Yeah, I'm not gonna rush to level up my hunters anytime soon. The gold costs do ramp up in this game later on, especially when it comes to fusions. Very, very important. We do have a lot of resources here like gems that just eat up, and I mean totally eat up our gold like crazy. Boom, 10 fusions here, 200k gold. So make sure you do manage your gold appropriately. Don't overspend when it comes to leveling up. Just for the activity fund bonus, your return on investment will take a very, very long time to come your way, but in the beginning, go ahead, level up. The cost is very low, and the benefit is honestly not too bad at all. Just want to make that distinction for you, that we do understand, of course. You can go ahead and compare your XP to mine right here, so 84 and 55 for the golden XP every minute. Again, not too much at all, but the bonuses do apply to that. As you can see, the total amount was of the bonuses we got. But that should be everything on the level front. Again, when it comes to gates, just gauge which resources you do want, that way you know what gates to do, and always do B gates and above. And if you're pay to win, buying gate keys is a must in my opinion, because of one resource here. You want to do this so you get all these shadow materials. These will impact your power to insane amounts, and I'll show you what I mean. So you're not just saying, okay, well, I'm sure it gives us a little power. You can see every time we do a gate, we have a chance of getting 63 shadow energy. But what does that mean? If we jump into here, look at my army of shadows. Oh my gosh, 260,000 power just coming in for my army. This is vital for progressing in this game, so make sure you do your gates, otherwise your shadow army level will not be as high as it should, meaning you're gonna be suffering in a lot of various content modes. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop your like, make sure to subscribe, that way I know you want more content like this. But on that note, this is your Code King Zeph signing out. Make sure you support us, that way I can send you a bunch of juicy codes.